morning. What's up, Bruno? You can't eat that. No. I'm at Leslie's place and I'm about to have breakfast. That's why I have bacon. Bacon and eggs. This is Echo. You never see Echo, right? Because he's a snotty fella. He's got a bad snot problem and he snots everywhere. So he stays here and snots around here. But he's madly in love with me. Right, Echo? As is the Congo. So, we're gonna do a quick thing there because I just got in the mail some more Roland Boss products. One says Roland, one says Boss. Who knows? Well, one's an expression pedal, so probably also for keyboards. It's the same company, it's all the same stuff. I got these so that I can finally start my ES8 tutorial sessions where I say, well, it makes sense to show switches and pedals from Boss and Roland, which is also why I got a DD7. Is that a DD7? DD7? D7? Something. A digital delay. So let's look at what they sent. A dual switch, which is, I think, one of the new ones. It is called the FS-7. And it's a switch. I'm not going to hook it up. I'm not going to show you how you switch something with it. It's a freaking switch. Now the question is, does this make sense? What's in the box? Box is actually very nice. Costs $55. Well, you know, dual switch, why not? Price-wise, that is okay. It is metal. Metal. Yeah, you know what I mean. We have two outputs, so you can actually have mono switch outs individually for both switches. And right here, that one can actually be both of them. So I'm thinking that's probably a tip ring sleeve TRS stereo output. I'm just assuming. I haven't read any manual, so if I'm wrong about this, shoot me now. Needs DC in, so I'm assuming it's not a passive switch. And for that, it's pretty cool. They deliver this cable, which is actually really nice. I mean, I've never seen this. Oh my god, I can't even get it off. There's over the plugs, there's like a little condom here. So what it is you just plug this in and then you can slave, that goes in here, one goes in there. Yeah, and you can actually slave through to the next pedal, as far as I see. So you're not wasting a full output on your power supply for the switch. That's nice. You can change the polarity, I would assume for both of them at the same time. And you can switch it from momentary to latch mode. What does that mean? It means either you click on it and then it stays in that other switch position. You click on it, you go back. Or momentary means it will only go into the second position when you hold your foot on it. Once you release, it goes back to position number 1. Now, it is nicely angled, which is cool. The question is, if the metal part is angled, why put another, pretty ugly piece of plastic on top that is then angled again, which has the two switches in it, which feel sturdy, but they also are plasticky. You know, these are plastic switches. Technically, you could really just have a metal chassis with two little clicky things like any pedal has, which are switches. So I don't understand the angledness of the nicely feeling metal and then putting plastic on top of it, which feels kind of cheap. It definitely makes it a very monstrous, ugly kind of thing. We have LEDs, which is nice. A big A, a big B, a red one and a green one. At the bottom, it comes with nice rubber feet. You can't see it. Let's see on Congo. It's non-slip. Let's check out the cat. Cat. Pretty good, huh? Wow! Oh! Ow! Ow! Ah! Oof! Yeah. Do not use it on a cat. The cat doesn't like it. But then the bottom's not flat. I know we're going into details here, but what else are we going to talk about with the switch? Hey, Marvin. There's Marvin. Yeah, that's a camera. Yes. There's these screws at the bottom, which means once you put Velcro on it, the Velcro will have roughly the same height as the screws. the screws should be kind of recessed and go into the metal. They're sitting on top of the metal. I'm not a big fan of that, which simply means it makes it harder to put it on a board with Velcro. And who's actually gonna just use it on a surface with the... Yeah, so mixed feelings about it. Nice sturdy metal construction, individual outputs for each switch, which is nice. Also stereo operation. Cool idea with the chain through daisy chain power cable. The plasticky thing, why not just put 2 clicky switches on it? They're trying to make it proprietary Boss Roland looking. We're gonna see it in the ES8 Tutorial series, where I'm gonna switch things with the switch. Maybe even expand the switches of the ES8 with 2 more of these, because you can do that. I think you can assign any ES8 function to an external switch, which we're gonna do. So this is why it's here. That's just my first impression. Made in Taiwan. So then we have this, because I have my Ernie Ball super expensive pedals, but I of course wanted to use a Roland Boss product as my expression pedal. Now an expression pedal has a stereo output or a TRS jack. Someone's stealing my bacon. Bacon stealer. Babe, you don't have to make my bacon. I can make my bacon. Leslie is a vegetarian. She doesn't like to handle my meat. Seriously. I handle my own meat. So where was I? Expression pedal. It's just to control parameters on a digital pedal, sometimes on analog pedals with expression pedal input. Now, this is 55 bucks. And let me tell you, it's a piece of plastic. I'm sorry, I'm gonna bitch about this. This is a freaking piece of plastic. When you open this, and we could open it, there's literally nothing inside. There is a pot inside, which gets controlled with this plasticky thing. It's just a knob. It's a knob and a piece of plastic for 55 bucks. I'm not cool with that. Expression pedals. Obviously, you can get the Mission Engineering Expression Mega Pedal for over 200. Why? Yeah, well, Mission Engineering, okay. That's all metal. It's super high quality. It feels nice. This is fairly simple piece of plastic. It has a knob on this side, which probably sets the minimum value, which is neat. In terms of putting it on a pedal board, hey cat, stop fighting. Itchy. Now you're stop. But hey, Congo. Now the dog tries to eat the cat. We have rubber feet here, but the whole bottom, as you can see, is riddled. Maybe you can't see it. Is riddled with little screws. Putting Velcro on here is gonna be a bitch. Getting this to be sturdy on a pedal board. Also, the bottom is recessed. It's a little bit lower than the edge. So if you put Velcro on here, the edge is probably still gonna be as high as your Velcro. So how are you gonna fit this on a pedal board? I don't know. I'll try, but I'll probably fail. So for pedalboard installation, not ideal, let's put it this way. Echo, leave the camera alone. Come here. Okay, I'm not making videos here anymore. This is just too difficult. Echo, leave it alone. Here's my biggest gripe. The cable is pre-installed. He's literally trying to eat the camera. Let's look at the Boss EV-5 expression pedal. Bye-bye. The cable is pre-installed. So, what if I want a longer cable? Okay, use an extension cable, because it's just expression, cable quality doesn't matter. What if I want to use a shorter cable? Duh, can't, because this is what's included and fixed to the pedal. What if my analog man or some other pedal that has expression pedal input is right next to it and I need a cable this long? Roughly, you know. What is this? Why not put a jack in here? Is a jack seriously so expensive that you cannot put a TRS jack in here for 5 cents? This, I'm sorry guys, at Boss & Roland is asinine. I don't get it. I spent 55 bucks on a piece of plastic which really feels flimsy and yeah, it can work. Okay. It's not bad, it's not good, it's just, you know, it's a pedal. But what about this? Why not give me a jack? I have many reasons why I would want to use my own cable. A thinner cable, thicker cable, one that has a nice color on it, I don't know. I want to use a shorter cable. This, why? Just explain to me why you don't give me a jack. Why is this fixed to this? Just like on a lot of Roland keyboards, the power cable is fixed to the fucking keyboard. Which means when you carry it around, you have to put the power cable around the keyboard. It's always in the way. Have you tried to carry an XV88, I know it's an older one, weighted 88 key synthesizer? I have one, Roland XV88, weighted keys, 88 of them. Carry that fucker around, that's heavy. And then there's a power cable dangling, which means there's a very good chance you're gonna trip and kill yourself and the keyboard in the process. This is a Roland thing that should not happen. And unless people bitch about it, it's gonna continue to happen. Big, big, big negative on this. That's what I gotta say to that. I'm sorry. Yet, obviously, we're gonna use it in the video because we are trying to have a nice assortment of Roland Boss products on the board. I hope someone sees this and either hates me for it or says, maybe it's got a point. Probably not. We'll see about it. These will appear in my ES8 tutorial series, which I will start filming at a given point in time, which I cannot reveal to you yet because I don't know it. See you guys. Where's my bacon?